To achieve greatness in life, listen to the unspoken. This is the key takeaway from the Tao Te Ching, one of the wisest books ever written in human history. It's an ancient book written by Lao Tzu some 2,500 years ago. Lao Tzu teaches us in the book that in every existence there is an underlying principle that defines its purpose. So in whatever that you see, well, whether it's the person that you just met, or the tree that's been growing in the garden, or the bird that's flying in the sky, or the things that you're working on, in each of them there is an underlying principle that truly defines its purpose. So if you want to optimize the things that you have, or things that you are doing, it is very important that you identify what this underlying principle is. Now, how to do that? I will give you some example later, but in the meantime, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that if you look around in the extraordinary people, people who have achieved extraordinary results, whether they are people who have built global enterprises or artists who have painted masterpieces that can endure the test of time. These extraordinary people, they have something in common. That is, they are able to see what other people can't see and hear what other people can't hear. So it's interesting, isn't it? What is this invisible and something that's unspoken? And it is in fact what we are going to explore in this video. And to explain what this unspoken or invisible is, let me give you two examples. You can find them in the book, Tao Te Ching. Now, one of them is a pot. Now, when we look at a pot, well, chances are that you'll be looking at the structure of the pot, or the quality of the clay, or the painting on it, or the handle. You look at the visible features of the pot. But if you see beyond the surface, then you realize that actually, although the visible features are important, but they are not the most important. What is the most important, what defines the purpose of the existence of the pot is in fact the space inside. It's something that you can't see. But without the space, the pot will lose its purpose. You can't cook with it, you can't pour water into it. So although the space is invisible, it is the most important for the pot. And similarly for a house. Now, when I mention the house, what comes to your mind probably would be, again, the structure of the house, the color, the roof, the door, the windows. Well, they are important because without them, the house wouldn't exist. But what is truly important for a house is not the physical features. It is the space inside. Without the space, the house would not be inhabitable. Without the space, the people in it would not be able to create a happy family in them. And so, the space is actually the purpose of the house. And so, in whatever we do, it is very important that we know what the purpose is, and very often, this purpose is something that we can't see, we can't hear, and that's the reason that I said, to achieve greatness, it is important that you listen to the unspoken or see the invisible. And to describe the invisible and the unspoken, what Lao Tzu did was to give it a name. Convenience sake, Lao Tzu calls this force the Tao. But he also reminds us that the Tao is something that you can never truly know. And that's the reason at the beginning of the Tao Te Ching, he says that the Tao that can be mentioned is not the eternal Tao. So now, while we know that it's important to look at the invisible and hear the unspoken, it is not something so straightforward. It is something that we have to keep exploring. And so, for some of them, it's very clear, like a house, that the space is very important. But For some others, for example, your life purpose, what's the purpose of your existence? It would be something that it would take a long time for you to explore. But what is important is not the end result. What is important is the beginning. And so when you are making money, you are not just looking at the money. When you are talking to a person, you would not just listen to what he says, you want to see what he does. And when you have self-doubt, well, you are too afraid to speak to someone, then probably you go deeper and realize that it's not the fear that's deterring you, but the kind of ego that's constraining what you do. And so, if you go deeper, then you would be able to discover more about the essence of whatever that you're doing or whatever that you have, and it will bring you closer to greatness. What do you think? I hope you find the video useful, and if it's so, please like the video, and if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Thank you very much for watching. This is Tekson. Looking forward to see you again soon.